there, Marcy Gamer 7, and welcome back to another Create a Sim video here on the channel. This one in particular is part of the Fire Emblem Create a Sim that I am currently working on. And I know I took a break recently. I had some health issues. There's a vlog that I just posted that sort of explained all the things going on, but I'm back. And so the Fire Emblem Create a Sim shall continue. So, also, I'm still having remnants of the sinus cold. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm used to when I get sick, it's gone in like 3 days, so this is weird. I'm going over a week now. Yeah, if I sound weird every once in a while, it's because sometimes my nose seems super clear and then other times it doesn't, but also my ears keep popping and are like slightly stopped up as well. So like maybe it just sounds weird to me and I actually sound normal. Because my own ears can't heal well. Anyway, but yeah. So we're continuing on. We have another Fire Emblem engaged character here, which is a character that you actually meet very early on. And going forward with these videos, I did it in the last one or two of them, sort of, but I sort of have more of a idea of how I'm going to do the layout of these voiceovers this time around. So basically, I won't mention anything that's potentially spoiler-ish for the Fire Emblem engaged characters until further on in the video, so like, I'll let you know when that areas come up. But this is a very early on character, which is Queen Lumera. So you see her very early on, and she's actually very prominent in a lot of the artwork and stuff for the game. There should be a picture of her in the corner so that you can have a reference of what she looks like for those who haven't seen her or not just have seen artwork but don't know which one is Queen Lumera, and you haven't played Fire Emblem or don't plan on playing Fire Emblem. Yeah, so that was her. This is what I'm using to create this particular character, which I will say I had a lot of fun creating her, but there was also some struggles, and eventually you will see a point where I'm looking for one particular item that I'm like, I know I have it. It glitches and pops up on random townies all the time. Why can't I find it? Because I really thought it would be good for her to represent sort of this grandness that she has, like this collar-looking wraparound thing that she has. So I spent forever looking for that thing, and eventually you'll notice it. I cut some of it out, depending. Yeah. So, but you probably will notice when that point comes, when I'm like, where is it? So, here in a moment, I am going to start talking more in depth, which is when the spoilers will come in. So, if you plan on playing Fire Emblem Engaged, or you haven't made it very far in the game at all, and you don't want to listen, that is fine. You could just mute the video here soon, and still watch the Create a Sim and see how she turns out and see the little screenshots at the end of the video. If you choose to do that, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure, like, subscribe, all that lovely YouTube goodiness. So, just saying that now so that I don't have to worry about it at the end of the video. You don't have to worry about, oh, should I unmute? Is she gonna say anything that's, like, referencing comments? But yeah, and let me know down in the comments below how you think about her. So, but I am going to start talking about spoilery stuff, so if you want to go ahead and mute the video and just continue watching visually, this is now the time. I'm trying to sort of talk a little slow here, give people time to mute, because depending on how you're watching the video, you might have to scramble to get to the mute thing, and if you're like me, you also might be clumsy, and if you're watching on your phone, you might drop your phone. Anyway, trying to give time. So yeah, Queen Lumera is very early on, you meet her, but there's some really dramatic things that go along with her. Eventually, you come to know her as the last of the Divine Dragons, or one of the last of the Divine Dragons, and she is your mother. So, she's like super excited to see that you've woken back up because you've been asleep for a really, really long time. And you have just now reawakened, but you have lost your memories. But you do, like, even though it's a little weird at first, you do accept the fact that this is your mother. Mother dearest. But she's just happy to see that you're well, you're awake, and you're alive, and she is super overcome with joy when she sees you. She also, like, helps you. She's sort of part of a tutorial process for you, learning how to do things and in battle and such like that. So you do have to do, like, a mock battle with her, where she actually turns into her dragon form, which is cool. Like dragons. Dragons are awesome. Yeah. But, so, with that being said, since she is our mother, we are technically also referred to as a divine dragon throughout the whole entire game, because we are her child. Eventually, and this is actually pretty early on in the game as well, eventually there is, like, what is the land? I'm forgetting what it's called right now. The land where she is living, and I'm forgetting what it is called right now, and I don't actually know where my book is. But yeah, it's not the Somnol, because that is the area floating up above this. At least I don't think I'm getting the two mixed up. But anyway, the area where she lives gets attacked, and there's a battle. You actually start meeting some of the first characters that join your team. I think Prince Alfred, and his two retainers, which are Etty and Bruoshi. I don't know how to say his name. I don't I don't use his character very often, so even if they've said his name, I can't remember how it's said at this moment. But yeah, I think they are in that battle. It's been a while since that battle, because it is so early on. It's like one of the very, very, very first battles that you have. And tragedy strikes, and Lumera actually is killed because you learn that a lot of her dragon power she has been using to heal you and also hopefully get you to wake up one day. So she just has no magical energy power to sustain the injury that she got during the battle. So that is a very sad moment, because especially for me as someone who actually has lost their mother in real life, and I was early 20s, so, like, you know, it is a very sad moment. Technically your character still has amnesia, but there's still a connection there, and you can tell that Lumera loves you and cares for you deeply, so it is sad. Sad moment during the game, but, you know, the whole entire time after that gives you, like, even more of a purpose of, like, feeling out. She gives you, like, a goal. She wants you to gather the Emblem rings and bring them back together and use their power to stop the Veil Dragon and his people. So it gives you purpose, and it gives you a reason to why you're setting out to your journey, to going to all the different kingdoms/queendoms and trying to achieve the Emblem rings and bring the land back to peace, to become the Divine Dragon's duty, because now you are the only remaining Divine Dragon. Now, I still have not beaten the game. In the midst of some of my mental issues that have been going on, it's been really hard for me to sit down and play most games. Sims, to me, has been one of the ones that's easiest for me to play, because it's really super easy to, like, just sit at it, stare at it for hours, but also, like, not really needing to use my brain and not really needing to think and process the story. I can just sort of zombily play the game, if you get what I'm saying. So, I haven't beat it, but I have made it to a very particular end part of the game. Like, I know I'm very close to the end. Like, I'm either on the second to last chapter, the third to last chapter. Like, I only have, like, 2-3 chapters left, I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked into it because I don't want any spoilers for the very end, and I'm afraid that no matter how I try to search it to figure out how many chapters it is, somehow I'm gonna see or read something that gives me a spoiler. But yeah, this is towards the very, very end of the thing, and she actually comes back, but it's not really technically her. It's her as, what are they calling them? The Corrupted, where certain Veil Dragons actually have the ability to bring back, really, really good corrupted that look exactly like the person that they brought back. They even retain the memories of that person. They retain the thought process and stuff. But also they have this, trying to think of a word. No matter one thing that is like changed about them, no matter how they felt about the Fel Dragon before, they like the Fel Dragon now. That's the one thing that has changed, because it's like the Fel Dragon has given me life again, so on and so forth. So you do run into her before again, and I'm actually in that battle as of right now. But my game actually, I can't remember what happened. Either I made a stupid mistake and someone died, so I wanted to restart it, or I can't remember. But I started the battle, but I never finished it yet. So I don't know what happens immediately after, just yet. But I know that Vel, which is, again, this is a lot of later on spoilers, Vel, who is our actual sister, tries to start the fight on her own because she doesn't want you to deal with having to, sort of in a way, kill your mother. But also, we figure out later on that she is not our biological mother, but she cared for us and thought of us like a child. So she's still our mother. Like, no matter around it. You do not have to be biologically related to someone to not, like... Let me reword this. You do not have to be biologically related to someone for them to be like family or to be family. You do not have to be blood. Adoptive parents, step-parents, step-siblings, things like that, they still can love and care for you just as well as your biological ones, if not more, depending on different people's situations. And let's just say, our biological father in this game definitely really didn't care about us. He had multiple kids. Many of them he killed himself. We were going to be one of them, but Lumera here helped save us, and obviously loves and cares about us way more than our dad ever did, because all he saw us as is like some power thing, like, oh, this is my child. That's actually just my weapon. If they fail me, then they are defective and must die. So yeah. In fact, I think Vel and you are the only kids left alive, to my knowledge of, from what I understand and what I've gathered. You're the only 2 children of his that have left, and they make it seem like it was in the double digits, like above 10 kids at some point in time. So, yeah, Lumera is definitely our parent. Not him. Lumera is. But, I'm gonna be real sad probably at the end of this battle that you have to refight her, and you're actually, even though it's her reanimated corpse. So yeah, anyway, this is Lumera. Obviously, it was really hard to get the colors and stuff of hers correct, but sometimes you ultimately have to take what you have in the game, what you're using, and sort of get the feel for it. Yeah, maybe you don't have all the colors that you wanted to use, or everything that you want, like, you don't get it fully, but this dress, to me, even though it wasn't exactly what I was looking for, and it definitely isn't like hers, it still gave me more of the feel of Lumera. So that's why I ultimately chose it. I did try to bring in some of those other colors of hers through accents and stuff like that, but obviously there's only so much I can do, and a lot of the things that I was trying, it either wouldn't show because of the dress and like other things that she has, or it would conflict with some of the other items that I had put on her. But I tried to give her as much of that color as I could, but ultimately I really still like how she turned out. I love her face. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you are still listening to this. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you in the next one, which I have like 3 more characters already for surely created after this one, and I have some other characters lined up to create. So, hopefully if you play Fire Emblem, one of your favorite characters will eventually be created. So, but yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sort of feel weird saying this a second time, but yeah, you know, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that lovely YouTube gettiness. But for now, bye bye!